Good morning, viewers. Hope you all had a good long weekend as the US markets were closed on Monday for the President's Day holiday. It's Tuesday morning, February 18, 2025, and I'm your host, Sunil Thakker of Sunny Talks Money. Welcome to ST Money's early morning news, where we provide you the latest, concise, and precise stock market wrap. Wall Street stocks ended mixed on Friday. Stocks finished the week higher after a mixed Friday in which the S&P 500 fell short of a new record. For the day, the S&P 500 dropped less than 0.1% after rising at times above its closing record of 6,118 from January. The Nasdaq gained 0.41% to 20,026 points, while the Dow Jones Industrial Average declined 0.37% to 44,546 points. A report on Friday morning showed that the retail sales fell by 0.9% in January, a bigger contraction than economists had forecast. The new data followed two hotter than expected inflation reports earlier in the week. Yields across government bonds slipped for a second straight day after data showed US retail sales fell more than expected in January, dropping 0.9% after last month's after an Yields across government bonds slipped for a second straight day after data showed US retail sales fell more than expected in January, dropping 0.9% last month after an upwardly revision of 0.7% increase in January. The yield on the 10-year note fell about 7 basis points, last at 4.44%. The yield has fallen for 3 consecutive weeks. In a week dominated by tariff news, earnings reports, and inflation data, the S&P 500 gained 1.5%, while the Nasdaq Composite rose 2.6%, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average advanced 0.5%. Of the 11 S&P 500 sector indexes, 7 declined, led lower by consumer staples down 1.16%, followed by 1.11% loss in healthcare. You can really tell that this is a bull market because all bad news seems to be overlooked and really good news is celebrated. Airbnb led the S&P 500 in Friday's gains, with the stock rising 14% after the vacation home rentals company posted higher quarterly revenue. But the index was dragged down by its health services segment, with Davita falling around 11%. Davita dropped after the dialysis firm projected annual profit below estimates. Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway also sold some of its shares in the company. The Dow was pulled lower by the consumer non-durable sector, with Procter & Gamble shares sliding 4.8%. Meanwhile, Applied Materials fell 8% after the chip-making equipment maker forecast second quarter revenue below estimates. Nvidia added 2.6%, while Apple moved 1.3% higher. Microsoft dipped about 0.5%, and Amazon slipped 0.7%. Meta Platform shares rose for their 20th consecutive day. The stock ticked up 1.1% on Friday, extending its longest winning streak as a public company. In other moves, Coinbase shares fell even after the crypto exchange reported a surge in revenue and profit. Gold fell slightly but traded near all-time highs. The precious metal lowered to $2,883 an ounce after setting consecutive records. That's it for today, my dear viewers. And if you're enjoying our content, please do subscribe, like, and share this video as much as possible. I will see you again tomorrow morning. In the meantime, happy investing, stay inspired, and remember, it is all about money.